Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, Ba'Shem Yahawashi, Ba'Shem Yahawadah, double honors to the elders, the apostles, great millstone, and Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wakim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity. This is Brother Kawa Club coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, Slaki, call him like YAHAWASHI. I'm going to go into the MARK, alright? That's in Revelation chapter 13. I believe it's verse 16 or 17. But more specifically, get this, Slaki. Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the MARK of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. All right. So basically, the thing is that there was a sore. Like if you know about those infectious circles that people get on their bodies or anywhere, right, when there's like a sort of infection. All right, the people that take the MARK, they're going to get that. All right, and hey, you know what's funny? I didn't even realize it. Anyway, regardless, the main thing is the reason why I want to bring this up is because it goes to show that when you take the devil's blessings, the devil's rewards, when you affiliate yourself with the devil, then what happens as a result of it is evil comes your way. All right, let's get these precepts. All right, because first off, can the devil bless you? All right, let's get that first. And we were in it already. Revelation chapter 16, verse 14. And for they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of Yahweh Almighty. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, where the devil is able to bless you. The devil is able to, or he has some certain reservations. Okay, as he spake to Yahawashi, he even offered Yahawashi. That wasn't an empty offering. All right, that was real. Okay, because the earth. Let me get that. Job 9, I believe, verse 24. Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right, so let's go to Matthew. Is it 6? Matthew chapter 4, verse 1, then was Yahawashi led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of Man, command that these stones be made bread. And he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh. All right. So basically, Yahawashi is being tempted by the spiritual demon Satan, saying, since you're the Son of Man, since you have power over everything, just go and turn those rocks into bread, so that you won't be hungry. You were just fasting for a long time. You must be hungry, man. Just go. Just use your power to eat something, right? But Yahawashi, he rejected it. He said no. We're not supposed to be filling ourselves with our fleshly desires. All right? We're supposed to be filling ourselves with the word of YAHAWAH and His first and foremost. Of course, there's going to be a time for our fleshly desires, because as of right now we are imperfect, just as Yahawashi came here imperfect. All right, but he showed us the baseline. He showed us the benchmark of us being capable of resisting our fleshly desires. All right, so things are possible through Yahawadah, YAHAWASHI. All right, next, let's go down here. Verse 8, again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Verse 10, then said Yahawashi unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written that thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. All right, so that's the thing where when he offered that was a real offer. Okay, yeah, the spiritual demon Satan was genuinely able to give him all that stuff, because the Lord Yahweh, all right, gave Satan power on this earth, all right, for an appointed time. Okay, and that time is fastly approaching, as I've been making multiple videos speaking about it. All right, I see the transition period I see the transition period where a lot of the prophecies, that have been happening are slowly coming to pass. All right, where you get certain things that are like these major prophecies, like we're about to like see it in full effect very soon. Yahawadah. All right, but yes, basically, all right, as I previously mentioned, Yahawashi is basically giving us an example of how. Let me get this. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not. So, okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. But we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. All right, and this is basically what Yahawashi was demonstrating. All right, where him being perfect, all right, showing us the being in the flesh as well, and showing us basically what we could achieve. All right, and that reminds me of another precept. Let me get that, and I'm gonna go back into this. John 14. Okay, so yeah, basically showing us the example of what we could achieve. That's where we take his example, and we abstain from the wickedness or the plagues of our hearts. All right, and that was another thing that a brother had addressed in a lesson more recently. Okay, a lesson that I just saw today. Okay, where each of us are experiencing troubles, all right, or problems, issues, whatever you want to call it, that are tailor-made to each and every single one of us. Okay, some of us are gonna deal with physical plagues. Some of us might have to deal with sicknesses. Okay, but it's all different. We're not all gonna be the same. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's all tailor-made to help us grow in the spirit, as well as to master ourselves. All right, master ourselves and improving on the foundation that the Lord has instilled in us for us to be better and to become better servants to him, Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. Now, John 14, verse 12, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go on to my Father. And that's another thing, all right? The amazing works that Yahawashi did, okay, just simply because we, not simply because we're believers, but because we believe and we demonstrate our belief through our actions. Okay, that's the main thing. Okay, anyone can just say that they believe. Okay, but you actually demonstrate your belief by following after the words of Yahawadah, following after the foundation, the doctrine, all right, of what Yahawashi, demonstrated during his time when he walked the earth, all right, and that is for us to, take and follow by example, all right. Things are not supposed to be, sweet, kind, and whatnot. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Sirach chapter 2, verse 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. All right. So yeah, this is an example. All right. This is the example where we are expected to struggle. We are expected to go through hardships, but regardless of those hardships, we still need to push through and persevere to be delivered. Okay, persevere so that when the trouble comes, when the hardships comes, the Lord's gonna deliver us. Okay, this is only for a time. Okay, just as Esau's reign is only but for a time, our struggle is but only but for a time, as we read in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16 to 18. All right, where again, I forgot my card. Anyway, as I was saying, the thing is that this is only but for the struggle that we're going through is only for a temporary time. Okay, it's not going to be permanent. It's not going to be, we always have to suffer. We always have to go through some sort of hardship. We always have to be at the bottom. Okay, we're at the bottom right now, but it's not something that's going to last forever. All right. Verse 5: For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay, the Lord is testing us as gold. All right, you want all authentic gold. All right, and you get that authentic gold through rigorous tests. Okay, you get that anything authentic through tests. You make sure it pass all the inspection, all the tests where this is 100% certified. All right, we are all certified to deliverance. We're all certified to proper servants of Yahawadah Hashem Yahawashi. All right. Continuing on, let's see. Oh yeah, beautiful verse. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Okay, so the Lord never forsake anyone, all right, for believing in him. Okay, he always looked out for the people that were diligent in their belief in him. Okay, through word and in action. All right, it's primarily action, because even with action, even through the declarations. All right, because I remember hearing this. What's it called? I think it's called a thought experiment or something like that, or a hypothetical. I don't know what the proper term is, but you get the point. In this hypothetical, okay, there was people that were saying Okay, well, if someone came in here with a gun and said, all you got in a room full of supposed Christians, okay, they said, all you Christians, if you're not a Christian, you can leave. I'm only gonna shoot the Christians. How many of you, the teacher said, how many of you would actually stay and allow yourselves to get shot? Or how many of you would lie and say, oh, I'm not actually a Christian, and just to save your own ass? All right? And this goes into another precept, okay? I don't remember where it is at. Matthew chapter 16, verse 25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Matthew chapter 16, verse 25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. All right? So yeah, this is an example of that, through the example I've just spoke about, where if you're able to stand on your morals, which that's something that people today, they don't do. They don't want to do, all right? Morality is a thing of the past, all right? Morality is a thing of the past. Nobody cares about having morals anymore. You know, you have lots of people that will, you have lots of women that will do OnlyFans. You have lots of dudes that will, sell out their morality, do whatever wicked things they need to just for some money. Okay, and let me get that as well. 1 Timothy, verse 6. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay, yet you have so many people that claim, oh yeah, I'm a God-fearing man, I'm a God-fearing this, I'm God-fearing that, but yet what are they doing in their lives? All right, but I'm not even here to like virtue signal or reprimand them from that act. Like that's up to you. If you want to live your life, that's the life that you choose to live. Okay, I am not your parent. I'm not gonna tell you how to live. I will warn you. I'll let you know that that's the thing. All right, but and that's really the thing. Okay, if nobody wants to correct themselves or think that, you know what, this is not the way to live. Okay, let me correct myself. Let me move in the right way. All right, then that's just on them. It's not your job to impose your will or to force someone to think a certain way. All right, if someone chooses to live wickedly, all right, if someone chooses to abandon all morality just for the sake of money, of fame, fortune, whatever carnal desires that they have, all right, then that is on them. All right, we're not supposed to be, and that's the thing. That's another thing as well. Okay, what did the Lord say about trying to monopolize and make money off of this? All right. Bear with me. Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. All right. So the people that are, doing the work deceitfully for the wrong reasons, okay? Because they want fame. All right. You have these Israelite individualites, all right, that are only worried about, oh yeah, I want to confound these Christians, all right, I'm gonna go debate these, these Christian scholars and whatnot, all right. They don't actually care about the work. They only care about the money that it makes them, the fame, the attention that it draws. All right. Random Israelite, makes a fool out of Christian scholar and whatnot. All right. Where maybe for a time that was okay. Maybe for a time that was good. All right. But now it just goes to show your intention, because that's been played out. That's done. All right. How many times has the Israelites already won with multiple of these debates? Okay, you're just doing the exact same thing over and over again. All right. Like, doesn't it get tiring? All right, talking about the same thing, never really making any leeway, having to continuously talk about another point rather than addressing the thing that they can't disprove, which is the fact that Yahawashi came only for the Israelites. Okay, he never said, "I leave the Israelites." Okay, I'm done with the Israelites, and that this salvation is open for everyone. Okay, even with the new covenant. Okay, I'm not going to get it out. All right, I don't need to get it out, because you should already know. All right, it's been played out. All right, it's already been played out where everyone already knows. Oh, the new covenant is for the house of Israel, okay, and the house of Judah. That's it. That's it. Yahawashi even said, "I did not come but for the lost sheep of the house of Israel." All right. So then, and again, like a lot of the things that's in this Bible, a lot of the things that Yahawashi said, all right, you literally have to admit that Yahawashi lied if you go for this whole universalism thing. If Yahawashi lied, then that means that he's a liar and that nothing that he says is valid, all right? If you believe in universalism, you have to believe that Yahawashi was a liar and that nothing that he said is put into question. So everything that he says has to be put into question now. Because now, when did he lie? When did he not lie? All right. So was it also a lie that he was sinless? All right. Again, all these different things where you have people that disqualify it, and this is already proven. Okay, you can't talk against it. All right. Anyway, continuing on. What was I just going into? Oh yeah. Cursed be he that doeth the work secretly. Let's go back to this. First Peter chapter 5 verse 2, be the flock of Yahawah which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. All right. So we're not supposed to be doing stuff. We're supposed to be teaching people not for any incentives. Okay, we're not supposed to be saying, hey, if you come here, I'm not supposed to be saying something like, hey, people come over here, I'll pay you $20 each to stay here. I'll pay you $100 each and whatnot. All right, you literally got YouTubers that are paying people for fake reactions, paying people for fake stuff. All right, leave that to the YouTubers, leave that to the TikTok influencers and all that stuff. Okay, we're supposed to be just preaching to the lost sheep about the elect. We're only supposed to be preaching to the elect. Okay, when the elect hears this word, then they will come to you. As is the miracle, as is the job of the Lord. Our job is just to study scriptures and familiarize ourselves, learn this stuff, be able to break this stuff down, give an answer, or study to show ourselves approved. All right, so that when the time comes for the Lord to bring one of the lost sheep, all right? And that's when, it's going to be, okay, it's our time to, go in there and preach and teach, edify someone that's in need, all right? But it's not for our job. And, that's another thing. You have people trying to push gimmicks, all right? That's another thing. You have people trying to push gimmicks, and, you have this whole, there's camps as well as, Jehovah's Witnesses that go door to door and stuff like that, okay? Where that's become a meme where people feel like, they don't like that. They hate that type of stuff, all right? And people don't like having people come knocking on their door, bothering them and whatnot. And I guess I can attest to that. I've had that happen to me before as well. Okay, it's not something I like to entertain. Okay, and even then, in general, people in general have been, Christians in general have been, going out more, trying to, expand their horizons, trying to reach more people, okay? And the thing is that, to me, I see that it's insincere, that is insincere, because their attendance number, the church attendance numbers are dwindling, all right? Because lots of people are starting to wake up to the fact that Christianity is just a scam. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong, all right? Christianity is still going hard. There's still lots of people that, believe through the Christian faith and all that stuff. But in terms of the churchgoers, lots of people that are, isn't it Gen Z? Millennials, I think? I don't remember the timeline. They're both of them, if not one of them, they're all instead going for some sort of spirituality, zodiac signs, or astrology. I think that's what it's called. And just other avenues rather than following the God of the Bible. That's crazy. Okay, rather than the God of the Bible. All right. And I'm not even. I can't even say that because I can't even say anything. I can't even criticize because that's just how this society is. Okay, Esau once believed in Christianity through his standards, Christianity through his ways, or Christianity the way he wants it to be. Okay, but now he's going through this whole through lawlessness. All right, and the people are following suit. Well, let's get that. It's Sirach chapter, what is it, 2? 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. All right? So yeah, the people that have been copying, the people that are following after Esau, Edom, right? The leader of this Babylon, okay? They're following after him. They're taking up his morality, his morals. They're taking up his way of life. Okay, where now it's just we're slowly moving into lawlessness. All right, and some things to support that. All right, we see that in what's it called? The growing degeneracy. Okay, people think it's okay to be degenerate, and they even literally call themselves degenerates. All right, they say, oh yeah, I have this degenerate thinking, I have these degenerate Google searches and whatnot. All right, it's not a pleasant thing to see. All right, and that's the thing where it gets to a point where you're afraid of how the children become degenerate. Okay, as a matter of fact, being evil is good in this society. All right, being wicked, being a demon, being a devil, referring to yourself as a demon, a devil, okay, saying, oh, I'm on demon time, that's praise in the society, all right? So this is how you see how the world has just flipped upside down, all right? Where, people, they don't like purity, they don't like righteousness anymore, okay? All that just out the window for, again, degeneracy, all right? So with that, praise system was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, the Kwakwadosh, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad, and Shalom.